What's up, kids? Today we're talking about a documentary, believe it or not. Yes, I know these are horror film reviews, but bear with me. This is a documentary about cult director, Don Dohler, who made such films as, Fiend, and I have it somewhere over here, but I can't grab it because it's out of my reach. The Galaxy Invader. So he's made a bunch of, he's a cult director who actually inspired J.J. Abrams, creator of Lost. It says so right here, so it must be true. Yeah. He's an interesting guy. I wasn't too familiar with his work until I saw this documentary. I saw the trailer and it really appealed to me because documentary is actually, I have to say, just a little bit more my favorite genre than horror. But mostly documentaries about horror filmmakers are what interest me. So hey, there's a nice balance of things right there. All I can say is this movie is absolutely fantastic. I've watched it like 10 times since I got it last January or something on a Boxing Day sale. I love this film to death. I've watched it so many times. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, you really do have to see this film. And if you're not too much into the documentary, hey, it's a Troma release, so support independent art. And it also has the film Night Beast right here on a second disc, which is one of Dohler's apparently best films. So, yeah, incentive to get that. It's just a documentary about Don Dohler and why he started making films. I guess, believe it or not, on his 30th birthday, he was working in with his aunt at a government job, and they were held at gunpoint, and he was almost killed. He wasn't shot, but this whole experience sort of changed his life. You know, I imagine a brush with death would probably change all of our perceptions on life, and he realized, you know, hey, I could be killed tomorrow, and you know, I wouldn't have done half the things that I wanted to do. So then, he decided he wanted to make movies! And an alien film, nonetheless. Filmed The Alien Factor, which he ended up doing, which was a cheesy science fiction film. And as you can tell by the title, you know. And actually that film did surprisingly well, because Star Wars had just come out at the time. And science fiction was, you know, very, very popular. So a lot of TV stations brought it up. He made it on national TV, that's, you know, right place at the right time. So that sort of, you know, like spurred him on to create more films. I'm not sure how many films are in his filmography, but he did make this film, Fiend, The Galaxy Invader, Blood Massacre, and then I think near the end of his career, because he died in 2006, which is a shame, but near the end of his career, he started working with another guy whose name I cannot remember at this moment, I'm sorry. But anyhow, he started working with this other guy and they started churning out these movies through their company, Time Warp Films. So he wasn't actually directing them, I think he was helping out write them near the end of his career, but he was doing the camera work, and Joe Ripple was the other guy's name, Joe Ripple. And he sort of started doing the directing aspect, and things were going well for them. Although I have to say, I don't really like the way the newer films looked. I mean, the older films, they were all shot on, I think all of his films were shot on 16mm, and that gives it sort of a nice look for horror films, obviously, because it's got the grainy darkness to it. But the new polished video, that's why I don't really like HD that much, you know. It's just, you can shoot anything on HD and it'll look good. Anyhow, all I can really say is the film sort of talks about him and his family life and his entire film history, and it intercuts between them really nicely with him shooting a newer film he's doing, which again, the name I cannot recall, even though I've seen this movie like 10 times. But yeah, because I've seen it 10 times, you should be able to tell that it's a fantastic film, and you should totally check it out. That's all I really can say. It's so very good, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Hey, and how couldn't you trust a face like this? I guess I could talk a little bit about the bonus features. Of course, there's Night Beast, which is another feature-length film that Dohler did, and I think there's a few bonus features. There's like the behind-the-scenes and deleted scenes for both Night Beast and Blood, Boobs, and Beast, which is the documentary. So yeah, there's their typical bonus features. There's also a commentary track, and oh wow, I didn't know this, but there's actually a feature-length commentary on Night Beast, so with Don Dohler. So that's pretty cool. And it's a Troma Team release, so you know, hey, you're getting the most bang for your buck. And that's really all I can say about that. It's a fantastic film. You better pick it up, or there will be problems between you and me for the rest of our lives. Things will never be the same. You're ruining the magic!